I think many people were surprised to see Clair Obscur Expedition 33 actually running so well on PC, considering it was developed with Unreal Engine 5. But as you know, many games before it exhibit some issues when it comes to performance. And some people say this is kind of a synonym to Unreal Engine 5, although it can create really beautiful and realistic worlds. It comes sometimes at the cost of, let's say, inconsistent performance. Now, I wouldn't say it was perfect. There are some situations where it can drop frames here and there, but I would say overall, I was surprised. I'm actually running this, I play on full HD, again, because I wanted higher refresh rate. So higher frames and higher refresh rate on my screen, and basically just look beautiful. I play on epic graphic settings. And when it comes to post-processing, I actually prefer, depends. When I'm in the world, in the continent, I prefer post-processing reduced because the shadow depth of field effect is just too much for me. Again, it's just personal preference. Sometimes it looks, some would say a bit washed out, but when you see it yourself here, right here, everything kind of very cohesive, come together. You don't really pay attention to like individual 3D models kind of disconnected from other parts. Everything just looks very organic, very realistic. It has this kind of non-gamey look. I don't know how to describe it. And Unreal Engine 5 is just king of lighting and details, and definitely it shows in this game. Now, I did read that they moved from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, but I can definitely understand why. I don't know the exact reason, I haven't read about it, but if you want really high quality lighting and bring all these details to life, nothing actually beats Unreal Engine 5 in that aspect. So yeah, and it shows. So for the world itself, something like medium is okay. Even high is not, medium I think is like the best. If you take it too low, everything just looks too sharp and it doesn't really give you this unique effect. It's less bothersome for me when it comes to being inside the level in a map. This is like, you can see like very sharp. So you lose kind of the atmosphere because everything just looks sharp. So this is something that I didn't like. So it basically made everything look like, more gamey. I don't even know how to describe it. Nonetheless, it's also immersion. I just like it better like that. This is like perfect. Also, the focus is on your area, your immediate area, rather than something far away. I think even high is okay, but the difference between high and epic is a huge difference. With epic, when you're in the world, everything just look like blurry and just your character looks sharp. So this is like okay, still good. So I'm just going to change to epic so you can see the difference. It's a huge difference. I think it's just kind of not tuned correctly. Now everything kind of blurry and you can see your character is sharp. Maybe they wanted it, I don't know. I didn't like it at all. You see everything just outside of your character just look blurry. When you get closer, of course, you look sharper, but I don't know. In the world map, I prefer it just look weird. Now, drawing distance, you can see that things are popping up. I actually expected not to see something like that. Details kind of popping. There's probably limitation with the drawing distance in terms of optimization. But when it comes to Unreal Engine 5 and Nanites, it's supposed to solve that. Still showing you the lower resolution, so you actually won't notice it. And when you get closer, it's gonna get higher resolution. I don't know why it works like that. I have no idea. And it really helps to get higher immersion. I've heard some people talking about the PS5. People asking me why it looks so much better compared to their PS5 version. Of course, I'm playing on PC, but still, they notice a huge difference. So I don't know how it's on the PlayStation 5, but again, it's optimized, of course, for that specific console. So I guess, again, compromises to make sure to reach a consistent target frame rate, but still delivering overall beautiful visuals. But again, running on PC, it's like that. You can run on high settings, and that's how it's look like. Of course, depends on the graphic cards that you have. I'm running on 3070 Ti, and I actually prefer running on high refresh rate, so this is why I prefer running on full HD. But when I get the 5090, of course, 5080, 5090, I've decided it's going to be different, of course. Then I can actually run on 2K and find high refresh rate screens and enjoy the best of both worlds. Now, how important is for this game? Well, the game still looks very good even if you lower the settings. If you go medium setting, it still looks very, very good. I think one of the most important settings they should definitely try to push higher is the foliage. It's such a huge difference when you get it high. You won't believe the difference. All this grass and this beautiful thing that you see, it's lower significantly if you get too low. And once you just increase it, it just makes the world so much richer in terms of detail. And there are lots of places where it actually counts all this vegetation and other details. It just makes the world just feel more beautiful. And this is significantly reduced if you lower the settings. So if you can push it up and lower some other things, it will be definitely well worth it. Now, if you ask me, try with the high settings as a baseline, and for that move to medium or even higher, depends on the performance you're actually getting. So check the FPS and see. For example, if you run issues with high shadows, lower it a bit and see how it works for you. Global illumination is very important for the visual quality, and I recommend putting it around medium, high. And of course, if you can go all the way, of course, go all the way. I just want to say that the game actually decided I need medium, but I could easily push it all the way up to epic throughout for all the settings, and I still get a very good frame rate, something above 60. Sometimes between transition between areas, there's a kind of bit of drop, but overall, again, I was very happy with the performance. I could easily play on epic graphics settings. So try it out yourself if you get something low by default. Now, I was using DLSS. I actually tried different things. Balance and quality looked very good. I couldn't even distinguish between them. But there are some situations where there's kind of a like foggy area, like you see here, where you reduce it, for example, like performance. I think also in balance, you can see kind of dots. So this is the thing that actually annoyed me. But you won't get it if you go to, I think, quality or DLAA. You won't actually notice it. So this is why I actually prefer playing without something that reduces the resolution. And I've seen it in other games like Black Myth Wukong. So depends on the game. Sometimes you won't even notice it. Sometimes it's very noticeable in certain situations in the game. So here as well, this is why I prefer actually not going with performance. Let's say it like that. Balance is the maximum that I'm going to play, and I wouldn't get down, because then it's going to have some negative effect on the some areas in the visual quality. Also, again, when you use anti-aliasing, make sure to, again, play with it, because also affect performance negatively as you push it up. This is the highest, I think, but you can reduce it down. Still looks very good even if you lower the settings, but too low, it's kind of it doesn't really create this. It leads to a gamey effect. You can see jaggy edges and stuff. It doesn't look that good, especially in this game. So try to push it as high as you can, as long as you get good frame rates. So overall, I'm very happy how it turns out to be. The game looks stunning. It's really beautiful with all this volumetric lighting and atmosphere. Everything just feels like it fills in the empty space. You feel like there's a volume. Like you feel the air you're actually walking through. It just, all this particle system and lighting effect. It's just a stunning game. And the fact that it actually also runs in very good frame rates without any significant issue, also something that should be praised. Thanks for watching.